Well, I never been to Spain, but I kinda like the music.
So it was that in June 2012, Lyndon and I arrived in Barcelona, alone and wandering about the town, seeing the Ramblas, seeing many of the beautiful streets, reminiscent of Paris. The architecture was just outstanding. The various plazas de España, but most of all the architecture. And then we wandered down to the waterfront. Here's the customs house where Columbus returned from the New World with chocolate. One of the most important events of my life. Here we have a tall ship, a view of the Barcelona harbor, a ship that we would later be traveling on, a beautiful pier in the spirit of South Street Seaport in the Baltimore waterfront, one of the many renovations around the world. And there we have the Mystery Shell. Here we are, out in the harbor, enjoying the view. Back on the shore, we enjoyed the architecture, amazing structures appearing from time to time, Gaudi-esque. Here's the Barceloneta, the beach that was refurbished before the Olympics in 1992, with beautiful, sparkling, clean water. It's possible to swim in the Mediterranean at 8 o'clock at night. And I did. One of the classic pieces of architecture on the beach. Here we saw a beautiful show, wonderful Spanish music, and another monument to the great explorers of Spain. This is up by Plaza de España, and look who showed up, the Irish. Kevin and Yanni, the experienced European travelers, led the tour around the rest of Barcelona and indeed the rest of Spain. Watch as we travel and listen to the favorite song of Tom Hegarty, Kevin's dad. Enjoy the architecture as we take the bus tour.
I am a little beggar, and a beggar I have been for 80 more on this little isle of green. I'm known from the levee down to Segoo, and I'm known by the name of old Johnny Doo. Of all the trades that's going, Asher begging is the best, for when a man is tired he can lay him down to rest. Beg for his dinner, he has nothing else to do, only cut around the corner with his old rig-a-doo. I diddly-I-dee-dee-dee-dee, diddly-I-dee-da, diddly-I-dee-dee-dee, diddly-I-dee-da, diddly-I-dee-dee-dee, diddly-I-dee-da. I slept in a barn way down at Currabon. A wet night came on and I slept till the dawn, with the holes in the roof and the rain a-coming through, and the rats and the cats they were playing peek-a-boo, when who should awaken but the woman of a...
And now the Gaudi Cathedral. Listen to St. Teresa's choir in the background. From the cathedral, we move to the Museo de Gaudi, where the Maison de Gaudi and the park that he designed thrill visitors and provide some fantastic views of the city of Barcelona. All the way to the sea. You can see the Mediterranean in the background after a long walk to the top of the hill. Enjoy the view as we move along. Of course, dining at the cafes along the sidewalk and restaurants, just another fantastic part of the trip. We also were very near the former bullfighting ring, where you have a fantastic view of the city and the surrounding area. Kevin and I took a ride in a cable car from the top of Mount Juif all the way down to the harbor. Quite an amazing series of rides. There you can see the harbor as we are ready to take the second leg of the trip. And of course, nothing is complete until you go to the Ramblas and have a beautiful dinner. Here, at where Columbus was actually met by Isabella and Ferdinand. And so we walked in Columbus's steps again. Then it was off, away from Barcelona and north to the Hotel St. George along the Costa Brava. A beautiful tree reminiscent of the lone cypress out in California. The hotel had 2 beautiful coves for swimming. I just love that tree. There's the first cove. Gorgeous in the morning and the evening. The water was crystal clear. You can see the rocky bottom. Had to be careful walking in and out of that. A little bit dangerous. Not so dangerous was to sit there, drink wine, play cards, and watch the Mediterranean in the background. The second cove, equally beautiful, just as inviting. And of course the pool, for those who didn't want to risk the steps. And there I am swimming away, lap after lap after lap, enjoying the evenings. And there we are, partying well into the night, before retiring for a wonderful rest. Then we decided to take a little trip to France for lunch, where it was extremely hot and the town was in a siesta. We toured Boulogne, saw the ancient church, which was of course closed for siesta. Yanni and I looked desperately to find a place to get a drink. Tout s'est fermé. Personne s'en donne. Where, oh where can we get a drink? Ah, here we are. We found it at the OTB parlor. Can you believe it? There we are to verify the date, the time, and the temperature. And we're leaving Boulogne on our way back to our hotel and to the Plata d'Oro. Another beautiful beach. We happened to beat the tourist season by about a week. The materials were just set out. They just opened up. Kevin and I swam. Now this water is about 30 feet deep once you get in 10 feet. Back to our resort for a little relaxation and enjoy the rest of the trip. Here's the view from our hotel room as morning in Barcelona as we take off. But don't worry, we'll be back soon. Adios!